that she delivers, and possibly be other realities. There can be other beings on planets. I mean, just a thought is how. Hey, you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Justin. Welcome back to This Just In, and I am back with another video featuring my dog in the background and the sun that is going in and out. We are in the last month of this 2017 year, and Mercury is in retrograde, so here I am. I thought it would be a fun idea to look back at my very first YouTube video that I posted, which was about 6 months ago. I watched the video and it was cringeworthy. I almost wanted to delete the video, partly out of embarrassment. Love technology, let me say that, because we are able to record on devices and look back and automatically be put in that same headspace or remember what we were doing, what was going on in our lives around that time. And watching that video did just that. I remember recording that video, and that was a big deal for me. I am very creative in that I like photography. I like recording videos and visuals and lookbooks. Never thought that I would be on YouTube talking about spiritual things. In that video, you can tell it was hard for me to communicate exactly that experience. And honestly speaking, it is still very hard to communicate that to close friends and family members without them looking at you like you're crazy. Most people to this idea of religion and God and church, and how do you say no? It's deeper than that. I am a very strong introvert. A lot of times we don't want to be seen, or we are more comfortable when we're on our own. During that time, I knew that I needed a creative way to express myself. So yeah, this video is not anything deep. I just thought it would be fun to kind of get on and record a video so I can document where I am today before this year ends. Since then, I am still on this spiritual journey. I'm still learning, I'm still researching, I'm still growing. Right now, I would say that I've been doing a lot of self-work, self-actualization, and just self-correcting. In this video, I won't go into too much detail about what a spiritual awakening is. That is something that I do plan to do in the future. Be looking out for that. This past year has been one of my most self-growing years. I feel like I was able to pick myself apart in a lot of ways and work on a lot of things that I never wanted to or thought that I would work on. We have behaviors that we subconsciously don't address. They're little things that only we would know that we do. And I did a lot of that. I am honestly very excited. I feel like I've come a long way. There's still a lot of work that I have to do, but I'm in for the game. I know this is going to be a year of hard work for me with Saturn moving into Capricorn, and for all of us actually. So yeah, I'm ready to bop, bop, bop. I'm ready to put my dukes up. When I had my spiritual experience, one of the biggest things that I took away is it just showed me how limited I was and just my perspective in life. There's a totally different part of yourself and myself that is operating outside of this physical body. And if I find the link, I'll link it down below. But KRS has a great example about how this is in general, how they operate outside of your physical, heated, energy-filled body. But you have eyes that operate outside of the physical two eyes that you see when you look in the mirror. The fact that you can see color and light, you see things of matter. You can tell that I'm a black man. You can see this beard over here flourishing. So you see that physical part of your perception, but there's a part of sight that don't require your eye. If I ask you to look at your past or a moment in your childhood, you can visualize a thought or a memory of yourself with your eyes open or closed. You visually can see, like me talking now, I can visualize certain past memories of mine as a kid. So the question to ask is, what sight is seeing those thoughts or your future? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? You can visually see yourself doing something, I hope. So your sight operates outside of your physical two eyes. And even your voice, you can hear the vibration, you can hear the sounds that are coming out of my voice. As a person, you can also speak words without moving your mouth or hearing sound. So what do you call that voice that is able to speak without you physically exerting energy to speak? I'm trying to paint a picture of what I was experiencing during that time. The average person is not operating out of their physical body. They're only worrying about things that they can physically see and perceive. Those are jobs, if they have goals, if they have kids. These are things that they are actively seeing and, pointing their attention to. But there's a inner part of our body that also exists. Spirit or soul is a part of who you are. And if you are so limited by this 3D world that, we're all able to see, I feel bad because there's so much more than what you see with your physical eyes. So I also want to share some things that has helped me along the way during my spiritual journey, and some things that I've been doing that has helped me a lot. One of those things would be meditation. Finding time to connect with that inner person I was just speaking about. If you think about how many distractions we have on a daily basis in this world, I know I was talking about technology and how we are so advanced where we could connect with people who are all over the world. It can be a huge distraction. When was the last time you sat in silence with your own inner thoughts? A lot of people don't like the thought about being silent in their own thoughts without any distraction or any noise. Meditation has been one thing that I've been able to connect to. If you don't know anything about meditation, I recommend maybe trying a guided meditation. And there are a bunch of those on YouTube where you have a speaker who kind of coaches or directs you in a direction of meditation. To be awake is to be aware of something that you were not aware of originally. And to go through a spiritual awakening, you have to fight to stay awake. When you're awake, it's like having another pair of eyes and seeing the world on a bigger scale. There's a lot of work I would say that you'd have to do. This goes deep because if you think about, your life and your age, how our minds are so conditioned, never looking into those serious life questions, you can fall back into the routine of being unconsciously aware. Once the veil was kind of broken, I wanted to know everything. That would actually be my next piece of advice, is to pace yourself. Whenever the light switch went on, I went crazy researching, trying to understand where these ideologies and religions and things came from. I've delved a lot into astrology and a lot of esoteric and metaphysics. I listen to a lot of teachers, and I'm also experiencing life. The biggest teacher. I just want everybody to see themselves not limited by what they see or feel or have been taught their entire life. Decide on your own, what your own values will be. Not what your parents told you, not what you read in a book, not what your preacher is saying. What do you feel? What do you experience? What do you know as truth? To be open and then to explore every part of your body, your physical body, your inner part of your body, your spirit and your soul. We are all unique in a way that you have something that I don't have. And how we learn more about ourselves is connecting with other people and learning about their experiences. I know a lot of people are not going to be able to connect and tap into even the idea or the thought of existing outside of your physical body. To that person, just think about things. Who am I? Where am I? These really serious life things that, nobody really talks about outside of religion. I think it's important for everybody to tap into that person or that energy part of themselves, because that is where all the magic happens, honestly. Over this last year, I've broken a lot of programs or just things that I took for granted. My idea of what I thought life was has changed completely. Completely changed. My idea of what it means to live. Have you ever asked yourself, what the hell are we doing on earth? Like, why are we here? Are we here to do good to other people, to die, to live in heaven, and then do what? And so these are questions that I've always asked myself, and they never made sense. Although we are operating in, this world earth, we have an inner part, a spirit or a soul amongst us that is experiencing as we are. Our brains are limited in a way where we can't physically see all that is going on with our spirit body, but what happens when this physical body dies? What happens to this consciousness in your mind? I'm trying to understand my spirit person. I'm trying to understand where it's been, where it's going. I'm not so afraid about life after death and what it means. I do still believe in doing right and being honorable, but I am open to experiences and perceptions of things that a lot of people may not consider. I want to be able to experience everything on my own. I'm still trying to find creative ways to connect and share and express myself, my true self, the best way that I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to check out that video, I'll leave it up. I don't know how long. I may delete it. No, I'm playing. I won't delete it. I think it is fun to look back and see where I was, and I'll look back on this video 6 months from now and see, where my mindset and how things have changed. So thank you guys for watching.